So it's no secret that recently a little two indie movies by the names of Barbie and Oppenheimer have fully released. Barbie's a film from one of my favorite writer-directors ever, Greta Gerwig. She did Lady Bird, which is one of my favorite films of all time. She did Little Women, and now she's on to her third directed movie, Barbie. Not only did she direct this movie, but she also wrote it with one of my other favorite writers, Noah Baumbach. Noah Baumbach's known for a little movie I adore by the name of, Marriage Story. Every day I wake up, I wish you were dead. The big hype around the Barbie movie, besides the fact that it's just f***ing Barbie, is that it was releasing right next to Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer's about Oppenheimer, duh, it's in the name, the guy who made the atomic bomb. So for the longest time, there was a meme about Barbenheimer, where you're gonna go watch both the movies, which one are you gonna see first? I saw Barbie first. And I gotta say, Greta Gerwig continues her winning streak because Barbie is absolutely phenomenal. It strikes a nice balance of being weirdly chaotic, but at the same time very deep and impactful. One second there's a joke about how Barbie's a fascist, and the next we're talking about what it means to be a person and what it means to be yourself. The movie addresses how hard it is to be a woman in the real world, and I think it does so in a way that's both impactful as well as funny. Now, what do I mean by funny? Well, in the Barbie world, Kens are treated to the same degree as women in the real world. It creates this nice little flip between the worlds that's often joked at, but also used to talk about serious topics in the movie. Now, to address all the assholes on Twitter who call this movie woke and against men, you're a fucking moron. There's a message in here about men. The message this movie tells men is you don't have to subscribe to some societal belief of what masculinity is. Instead, you need to define it for yourself. And not only is that the message for men, that's also a message for women. It's a message for everyone. It's a great message to have in this movie. I love how this movie tackles toxic masculinity. I've seen a lot of people online saying that if you enjoy this movie, you're a beta male. I just gotta say, if you're not able to laugh at this movie, I feel like you're just a problem. I feel like this is gonna be my new red flag test. If I meet someone who doesn't like this movie, I probably shouldn't hang out with them. Not only is every person who's in this movie fantastic and makes the Barbie land and the real world believable, but Ryan Gosling and Margot Robbie shine above all. Margot Robbie plays Barbie, and to perfection, might I add. Barbie is hilarious, sympathetic, and this nice little gateway for audiences to feel an emotional connection to the story at hand. You follow her path from being in a perfect world into the real world, and you see as she discovers what it means to be human, and that's fantastic. All backed up by a really sad song from Billie Eilish. Then you have Ryan Gosling. Like Margot Robbie, Ryan Gosling's great in everything. He plays Ken really well. He even has his own song in this movie, and I gotta say, that song better be up for an Oscar, because it's really f***ing funny. Barbie actually pays attention to its source material and has references to different things like canceled toys, such as the sugar daddy or the pregnant Barbie, as well as just referencing things like different outfits you could buy for the toys in the past. I think this shows how much attention to detail Greta Gerwig put into this movie and how much care she really put behind every piece of dialogue, every piece of story, every just plot beat in general. On top of that, whoever the set designers were for this movie, I'll see if I can find them on IMDb, they seriously deserve recognition for bringing Barbie Land to life. Because when I tell you these sets were fantastic, I'm not exaggerating. Each piece of Barbie Land that was done feels fantastical in its own way, but also realistic. It feels like the toys brought to life, and I think that's what adds to it. Costume design in this movie is great too. If it doesn't win an Oscar for that, I'll be really salty. I also gotta give credit to the marketing campaign. When we first saw trailers for this movie, we thought it was gonna be a dumb little movie for young children, but when you actually go into it, you realize it's actually a movie for adults and people of my age. And I think that's a really nice subversion of expectations. But also, is it really a subversion of expectations if the movie's rated PG-13? I mean, I feel like people should expect it's not for kids if it's PG-13. It has some pretty teenage jokes in there. I don't go to movies in theaters multiple times often, but I'm happy to see this movie over and over again because I love it just that much. Upon the second watch, I actually enjoyed it a lot more because I knew what was coming, and so that gave me the opportunity to actually look at the background, take in all the pieces of dialogue, take in little throwaway lines that I might have missed the first time. And I gotta say, Greta Gerwig just knocks it out of the park. I don't think I like this more than Lady Bird because Lady Bird is just a life-changing movie to me, but I definitely love it more than Little Women, and it makes me excited to see what Greta Gerwig does next. Greta Gerwig is just so good at taking the weirdest form of comedy and combining it with such serious moments that leave you in tears. And nowhere has that ever been as evident as it is in Barbie. This movie deserves all the hype, and I really hope it doesn't get a sequel because I think the more you delve into this universe, like most people want to do with IP nowadays, the more you ruin the original masterpiece of what this really is. This movie could have been an easy throwaway for studios to just make a quick buck, but no, they put their heart into it, and especially Greta Gerwig put her heart into it, and it shows. Also, the soundtrack. I've been listening to that for a couple days now. It's so good! Every song in it is great, especially the new Barbie theme. I love that. But yeah, overall, I'd say this movie is sublime! Well, there's just so much to say about this movie. I really loved it. I'm here for the Barbie Oscar sweep. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this review. I know it's a little bit all over the place. I'm just adapting to this new style. But yeah, just have a great day, and remember that you're Knuff. Anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!